Okay, it was just convenient for that interview that it was about mega upload. If they would have raided YouTube and thrown YouTube executives into jail, she would have had the same happy feeling that she had. Ultimately, she made a movie that has an IMDb rating of 4.1. I mean, that's as low as it gets. Okay, you can't blame me, seriously, if people upload something to a website that we have created for online storage. You know, it's not my responsibility. I'm not doing it, and I'm not providing anyone with any links to that content.
But what the hell is the answer then?
Well, the answer is a new business model for the content creators.
Just quickly on Megaload again, Mega Upload. Didn't you, however, offer monetary rewards? You encourage people to upload. In your ad, you had an ad that said the more popular your files, the more you're going to make. In other words, the bigger the piracy you help me with, the better.
That's not what it said. I mean, you're totally twisting that here. Let me explain something to you. Our rewards would not even pay for files that are bigger than 100 megabytes. Okay, any movie, any TV series, any such file is larger than 100 megabytes. So how can anybody claim that we paid people for uploading movies? Not a penny has been paid to anybody who's uploading a full-length movie.
Go back to the big problem.
Yeah.
Is copyright an outdated idea? Can it no longer be contained?
I think copyright has its right to exist, absolutely. And I think that it's up to, you know, copyright creators to come up with new solutions that deal with the reality of the world we are living in today. You need to have a new business model that works for everybody, where users get quick and easy access to content and are not prohibited based on their location or based on their internet speed and all these things.
Yeah, but why shouldn't I say you can have the information when I, as the copy holder, am ready for you to have it?
Well, because what happens is if you release a movie, okay, and that movie is not available in one geographic location, people there will know about the movie, and if there is an opportunity for them to get it, they will take that opportunity, no matter if you want that or not. It's how society deals with it.
You are not going to stop them, is what you're saying.
Well, it's not my job to stop them. It's not my responsibility to stop them. I was an online service provider. It's not my job to police what people are uploading. It's the job of the content owners, and the law is very clear. If you create content and you want to protect your copyrights, you have to do the work. You have to identify the infringements online, and you have to take them down, not me.
All right,
and whenever you come to us and report something, we have taken it down.
The woman on the Sunday program told us with her film, yes, we'll take it down for you. And she'd say, I look an hour later and it's back up. How is that satisfactory for her?
Well, I mean, it's of course not satisfactory. And I don't think that, you know, in most cases that would happen. If something is taken down, you know, the link doesn't just reappear and comes back to life. Someone would have to re-upload it. And the way our system worked, if we took a file down, a link down, that was in your account, you would not be permitted to re-upload the same file. So it would have come from somebody else.
Well, let us talk about the politics, slightly different aspect of the politics. Mr. Banks, Mr. John Banks, were you a good friend of his?
I wouldn't say good friend, but you know, I considered him a friend, yes.
He sat at this table. Where did he sit at this table?
There.
You sat there?
I sat over there.
Okay. And he asked you to write a check for his mayoral campaign?
Yeah, 2 checks.
Did he say 2 checks?
Yeah.
What did he say about the 2 checks?
Well, I wanted to donate 50,000 to his mayoral campaign, and I was going to write 1 check, but then he asked me to make it 2 checks.
I understand he said to you it would make it easier.
Well,
if you wrote 2 checks.
He said that he could then say it's anonymous, so he wouldn't have to declare it if I did it that way.
So you made that donation.
Yeah.
Then there's a huge police bust. looking like the second coming. And in prison, when you're in prison, your lawyer contacted Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you know, I had 2 slip discs. I had major back pain. And, you know, with my weight and my health problems, I was in severe pain in prison. And all I wanted was, you know, a thicker mattress, because the mattress in prison was this thick and basically sitting on a concrete slab. So for someone with my weight, it was like sleeping on concrete, you see.
You wanted something for your back.
I wanted something for my back.
And the word came back from Mr. Banks, what?
Well, it's inappropriate and he doesn't want to help.
What was your reaction to that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would have done things differently, you know. If I call myself a friend of someone and that person gets into trouble, I will try and help.
Were you angry?
Not so much angry. I would say more hurt.
You were hurt that he wouldn't help you after you'd helped him?
Yes. But not because of that, because we had a nice thing going, you know. I mean, I thought, you know, he is a good guy. I still think he is a good guy, you know. It's just that the way he presented the whole situation, he just got himself into trouble by not being perfectly honest, you know.
John Key. John Key says he had never heard of you until the raid was about to happen on your house. Do you believe that?
Do you believe that?
Well, I have to notice that we'd had some fireworks.
And some other things.
You lived in his electorate. He'd been to Hollywood, where they were already trying to extradite you. I wonder, how could he not have known about you?
Yes, everybody wonders. He is running around naked and telling people he has clothes on. Everyone can see he's naked. See, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I know for a fact that John Key knew before January 19. And it's going to be a topic in our court hearing, so I don't want to reveal too much. But I know. And for him not to be upfront and honest about it, to me, there's really only one reason, and that's the political interference element that could stop the whole extradition procedure. If we can show that the government here has had an active role in the magnitude of this whole case and had a proactive role rather than a reactive role to impress the United States government, well, you know, there you have it. I mean, it's a monster issue.
Do you believe John Key has lied?
Yes.
Do you have evidence of this?
Yes.
Then there's the spying, the GCSB, the spying. A former Prime Minister, Sir Geoffrey Palmer, says the government, the New Zealand government, could be liable for heavy damages for the illegal spying on your activities as a New Zealand resident. Should there be heavy damages?
Well, I'm not interested in damages from the New Zealand government. I'm interested to resolve this case. I'm interested for people to realize, the people who attack me, that they made a mistake and that this needs to be resolved in a diplomatic fashion and soon, because this is just going to drag on. It's going to hurt everybody. It's going to embarrass those who are attacking us, and there's no point in taking this further.
If you got damages, of course, I suppose that could go some way to paying for a new broadband cable across the Pacific.
Yeah, but if I would seek damages, I would not seek them in New Zealand. I would seek them from the US government, which has acted in bad faith. And I would seek that also from Hollywood studios, who are paying the MPAA and Chris Dodd, you know, to do this kind of thing. And I think they are liable because you know, there's been a lot of bad faith and a lot of misinformation going on in this case.
How long does your legal counsel think this will drag on for?
Well, theoretically, it can take a decade, you know. So I don't think anyone has any upside to that. Either side has, you know, neither side has any upside in this whole case.